Oh dear.
So, it's another somewhat early-ish start to your day there, Rye. You've just finished up all of your morning routine. Right after, you know, getting all of your things situated and turning around, there is a familiar friend within your room with you. Currently not attached or on you at the moment. A Lamia friend. And whatever it is a bit larger than normal, around the size of a dog at the moment. Good sized dog. And just reclining across the entirety of your bed as if they've been waiting for you to notice them this entire time. The other thing that you quickly begin to notice is that everything was fine and dandy a couple of seconds ago. You didn't even feel that like weird jittering that you sometimes get when you enter like a deep, like a rough patch of a shock. No, everything was all fine and dandy. But now, like, it looks like paint that it's not on. There's no paint on the walls. It's all some sort of composite material. But it looks like paint's peeling off of the walls. Looks like bits and pieces of furniture are like rapidly dilapidating. Looks not very nice. The door leading out of the room looks corroded and just ruined. The bed seems to be in relatively good condition. Not everything else. Seeing that you've finally at least noticed them, Lamia friend kind of sits up and grins at you.
Comfortable?
Yes, going deeper.
How deep?
They shrug. Enough?
Okay. All right. Do you... Well, you don't seem worried, so... Not too bad, I hope?
They seem to think for a moment. They almost get distracted as one of your fun boys kind of like flutters in as well, or a said fun boy quickly returns back to you. The sense that they don't like to be here.
Oh.
And because
Nothing
you've
to do
noticed
with
that
that,
before,
you know?
when you're in the deeper levels of shock, the party boys do not stick around. And then Lamia friend very helpfully says, not danger for me. No. Danger for you, maybe. But that make me danger too. They have like a little bit of an inquisitive look of like, maybe this is a problem.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And she like further kind of sits up and like kind of coils her tail a bit. So it looks like she's actually like kind of sitting, but on her tail. And she kind of gives a little bit of a frown for saying, don't hear anything, but we are deep and room is falling apart She kind of like keeps on swiveling her head around. And as you can see, like, it's quite literally at points seems to be falling apart, almost as if you're being forcefully removed from the ship.
No. This isn't good. Doesn't feel good.
I feel good.
Oh, good for you.
They smile at you.
Join up. Come on.
They pout, but then they sliver on over and return to you.
With that, I will set up the rest of her armor so it folds over properly.
All right.
Okay. Can I roll to? Because ship the area I'm in, paint's peeling off. Parts are also peeling off as well.
Yeah, so it looks like, holes are starting to like be actually punch. Well, not punch, but forming in the walls
All right.
near like the epicenters of where it looked really bad a couple of seconds ago, and where there should be more ship beyond those walls, there's the shock. But it's not like the Halloween shock. It's not like, foreboding, despite apparently being pretty deep, because, Lamia Friend's pretty big. You don't get the sense that you're in danger at this moment.
Okay then. Is there? I guess Ryan will try and like figure out like the weakest part of the wall leading onto the shock and try and like push it down. If that's even possible. If it's dilapidated enough for that to work.
Yeah, you walk on over to one of the spots. Seeing that you're as if you're trying to get into the shock, you can feel Lamia Friend like wiggle.
Yes.
And you kind of press up against it, and you can feel like the edges as they're slowly like peeling away. That it's like almost like rust, as like parts of it just disintegrate from your touch. So you're pretty sure when you put your hands closer, you just kind of push, and your hands just completely go through, and like huge chunks of a wall just whip by as if they're like just yeeted out. But despite your hands also going out there, you don't feel like a tug against you. But you do notice that the peeling away, the dilapidation, the ruin that's occurring, it's all happening much faster and faster. And before too long, you do find yourself in another section of the shock. Swirling clouds of colors just all over. Not any, but as you're kind of looking around in this place, the ship is no longer present. But you know that you're still safely on the ship. At least part of you is. What you don't really understand is it's like a vast just openness. There's like nothing there. Just open, just clouds shifting and moving around each other. There's no like the discharge of some sort of energy off in the distance. But if you look up, it's just more of those swirling clouds. If you look down, more of a swirling clouds. And it's like you are just completely encapsulated. It's, despite it being so vast and wide open, it also feels claustrophobic at the same time. It's a really weird sensation. But oddly enough, you don't feel like you're floating. You feel like you're on solid ground. But there is no solid ground.
This is new.
Yes, yes.
Okay then. Can I use Psionic Sight?
You may.
Okay then. I will roll it up then.
Okay.
Yeah, we're really gonna have to check those statistics.
Well, I rolled 7 more dice, Jordan, and I only got 2 encounters.
Oh, all right.
And then with your roll, one of your encounters isn't a true encounter.
Oh,
So
okay.
the rolls are actually working out for once.
Nice. Your little change of the sheets, the tables, maybe.
But yeah, with 7 successes, because very loudly. um,
Give me the answers, Chance. Show me the path.
you're actually able to see very, very faint outline of. You wouldn't call it a walkway, but you would call it a path because it winds. It kind of dips, it kind of goes up, and at some points it even gets like a little bit of an angle to it, and it seems like twist and curve, and it's a long road sort of thing. Not only that, but you can see that you're definitely not alone down here. Inside the clouds, there's things just floating in there. They're hard to make out, but you can just see the very faint sense that whatever they are, they're pretty big. But you have the sense that it's not that they're not aware of their situation, it's that, or that they're docile. You kind of get the sense that they're sleeping, they're slumbering.
Oh. Slumbering.
Yep.
I wonder what shock creatures dream of. Okay, well, they're like far off from me, right?
At the moment, yeah. Seems like your road it's gonna take you towards one of them.
This is a two-way road or a one-way road? Like, is the road behind me or is this road in front of me, essentially?
There's a road behind you as well. That seems to go to a different thing.
Oh, good.
And if you continue to look, seems like there's a path that leads to the 5 different creatures that you can barely make out.
God, are they close enough that I could catch them in like an empathy of some sort?
Oh, definitely not.
Oh boy. Okay, I was going to kind of guess then.
There's a lot of walking involved here, Chief.
More God. All right. Well, these boots were made for walking. I gotta move on then.
All right. Do you want to go down path 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Oh God, it's a lot of choices there, Chance. My goodness.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll let Jesus take the wheel.
Can let Jesus take the wheel.
I'll let Jesus take the wheel.
All right. So Lamia friend's going to choose a path for you.
That she's not. Lamia friend is not Jesus.
You sure?
Though you know what? We do have to be more cooperative with each other. So I will actually ask for her opinion.
Lamia friend is ecstatic that you'll ask Aunt Lamia friend for where they want to go.
Oh my God.
They are hyped.
I bet they are.
So they kind of, come on out, sliver around a bit, crawl around you, all that fun stuff. They finally You know how some people like wrap a snake around their neck a bit and just let it hang out?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Lamia friend does, except that then like their torso part kind of like lays against your head as we look around,
Yep.
and then they finally point in one of the directions, which is path number 2, path that's directly behind you.
All right.
They say that way, that way.
All right then. That way it is.
And Lamia friend just keeps on holding onto your head.
Yep. Going to Disneyland.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Well, I venture then. I walk my walk. I strut my stuff.
All right. Need you to make a roll for me there, Rye.
A roll to strut my stuff. Oh boy.
Yep, a roll to strut your stuff.
What's the roll?
First one I need you to make is the Brawn Athletics.
Okay.
Second one I need you to make is a straight cool. To be more accurate, a cold.
I know technically it's not it, but it's close, I guess. If this is for literally walking, would the run specialty help me? I know I'm not running, but I'm still making just a slower. Look, running is just a faster walking, essentially. Of course, there's actual differences involved and stuff like that, but it's still movement via feet. And I don't know if this is like a stamina-based thing or not. I don't know.
This is a stamina-based thing.
Would running, the fact that I have a specialty in running, help the fact that I'm doing long-distance walking?
I'll say it will help.
Thank you. Thank you for this mercy. And also, I stick my tongue out at Celeste once again to say,
Right.
This is why we wear cocks. This lady over here trying to tell me it won't help. It's fucking clutch. Alright, cogs are clutch. They clutch as fuck. 2 successes. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. No. I was right. 2 successes. Oh, wait. No, hold on. Does my speed run kit help?
I would say so.
Okay, so then I need 3 more dice, I think. Yes, 3 more dice. Very sorry. Nothing. I got 2. And I need a straight cool, yeah?
An actual cold roll.
And, cold, okay.
Lamia friend is giving you a +2. Dawn did not proc.
When does it ever?
Well, this is also not a place where Dawn could help.
It's understandable. 7 successes again.
Fucking Christ.
Oh, Dawn, where are you? I'm heading into the darkness bravely.
So, it takes a while to walk. Like, you feel like you've been here for a while. It's pretty boring.
My thighs will probably be amazing after this.
Oh, yeah. It'll probably be even more boring if you didn't have Lamia friend present.
All right, maybe I can give them good points for that.
But they're like they are still a bit of a nuisance.
Of course,
that's just their personality.
This is who they are, and I accept that.
It's just who they are. But the weird part is, like, as you're walking and going down this path, and like as it twists and turns, and like you're acutely aware that you're like at a couple of times walking on your side, other times walking upside down, because that's like where your center of gravity is telling you're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a lot of it took a little bit of willpower to keep on walking despite that, because it constantly feels like you're ready to fall.
Ugh.
It's not a good feeling. There was one point where you thought you had to jump, but no, you just had to, like, basically walk straight, and then you just whatever force is keeping you present kind of like turn so that you would like then go up a like 90-degree slope.
I understand.
Because you're walking like upside down and then it like just went straight up.
Oh my god.
So that was never a point where you just paused and you're like, what the fuck?
I understand that this fucking place is wonky bonky and anything can happen here. But fucking why? He just looked at the back like, why? What was the point?
You don't know why. Maybe it's because it hates you.
Nah. Maybe. I'll think about
Maybe.
that.
But eventually you're actually getting close to one of these cloud walls. And like that sense of claustrophobia, it's kind of since passed. But you're now at this point where you've made it all the way here, and it's quite literally a cloud wall, where it's kind of like shimmering and moving ever so slightly. And deep within it, you can see the large shape of something, like the shadow of something. It's big. Like, it's hard to make out any distinct shape of it, just that it's big. And you're pausing at... I imagine Rai would pause at the Cloudberry for at least a moment before they step through.
Mm-hmm.
But you get the sense that your path does lead you through it. It's also important to note that you figured that this path was going to take you to, like, you know, this cluster of clouds over here, just from like how it's positioned.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it like just took a 180 and took you to like this cluster of clouds over here.
What?
Yeah. It's really weird. It was like...
Okay. I'm accepting it. I accept.
Except, several kilometers.
I accept. I accept anything. I accept it all. Does Lamy in front of anything to say before we enter into the cloud?
They wiggle.
Never mind then. I regret. I never asked. I move into the cloud.
Yes, as you move into the cloud.
And become one with the cloud.
So, you start moving into the cloud, and the first thing that happens is you're you're suddenly hit by all sorts of sensations, like sensory overload sort of thing. Ironically enough, what grounds you is Lamia's friend's wiggles.
Oh, it's the only thing I've got.
It funnily enough is the only thing that you got, as you're just sensation overload. But you think at first you're not able to like really interpret why it's that's working for it, but you're also noticing that like Lamia friend doesn't weigh a lot, even though they're like kind of big right now. They're like an astral projection. Doesn't weigh much, but as you're taking like steps through this again and again, like each step takes a lot of effort. Just because you have to tell yourself to move forward each time, just from this sensations. You know, that Lamia friend is kind of getting a little bit heavier and heavier and heavier. And as they get heavier, those sensations kind of become weaker and weaker and weaker.
The hell?
And I need you to roll a Brawn Athletics.
Ugh. I'm gonna assume this one is not walking.
This is not walking. This is to support the girthy weight of Lamia, friend.
Why? Why have you gotten thicker?
Lamia, friend's always been thick.
That's true. Alright, let's do it then. Speedrun kit isn't gonna help with this.
Speedrun kit does not help.
Gotta. That should be fine then, I think. 5. Yeah, okay. And I don't have a specialty for this, so. Okay.
So, yeah, you're able to support Lamia, friend, the entire time through. And it's at first, it's kind of annoying because you're like, oh fuck, she's fucking heavy. She's not that fucking heavy. But as time's going on, you're feeling like your center balance is just more and more like off kilter. You don't so much feel like the wailing sensation in the back of your head that Lamia friend normally has. Instead, you're getting that like smug pridefulness from Lamia friend.
You did this on purpose.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And then you emerge from on the other side of the cloud, and you're able to like actually see what's going on around you. And if you like kind of look up, because before Lamia friend just kind of like lean over, you like see maybe just the edge of her head. If they really try like their entire head, if you look up, Lamia's friend's like head is humongous and like very elongated up over her, and you're like able to like actually see that she's probably like 3 or 4 times your size right now. Hello.
Get off! It
You
just
see
drops.
the biggest pout as you, and then like her coils kind of like go down around you as you just drop her, but then she like kind of like untangles herself and like slivers kind of around you a bit till she is then kind of next to you.
Could have told me you were getting bigger.
Piggyback.
Uh,
They have a little bit of pout.
I'm not carrying you the whole time when you're like this.
Please?
What?
It's fun. They physically wiggle.
Ugh. Well, you're already in my body, I guess. Sure, get back up here.
The biggest grin.
But as soon as there's trouble, I'm dropping you.
And this time, rather than like the entirety of them on you, it's only like a portion of them. And the rest of her like now incredibly long tail sections just dragged behind. But all of that completed, you're now able to see, well, what's around you. Now that you're past this cloudy barrier, behind you and all around you is like the clouds again, but you're now like on the other side of it, and all around you is purplish, pink, violet sort of colorations of the clouds. And in the epicenter of this area is a large something. It's kind of oval shaped. It looks almost slimy. There's hardened sections around it as well, as if encasing it, as if protecting it. Some of them darker grays, some blacks, other whites. Like the actual oval itself, you can't just prescribe a color to it. It's seamlessly all colors and no colors at the same time. it's both reflecting light and absorbing light at the same time. It's pretty weird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's the things surrounding it are the best analogy, roots or maybe tendrils, but you don't feel like that's right. Because if it was tendrils or roots, it would imply that it's alive. But while they kind of look alive from this distance, they're not moving. But it still gives you that kind of like feeling of a texture. And you can partially see the path. Kind of goes all the way up, and it seems to go up towards not the protection around it, but the actual object itself. That thing in the center.
The heck? Okay, then. I will follow the roots, then.
Okay. As you're following the roads, Lami friend asks you the question. What is it?
What is... What?
It.
It?
It.
It is in that it? The it we're looking at right now? Or...
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. Rai, like, goes into, like, her best, like, spiel of, like, essentially I'm not gonna say it twice because you already explained it. So gives that whole thing to Lamia, and it's like, but it's in the shock, so it could kind of manifest as multiple things, couldn't it? It could be completely different from what we're seeing it as right now.
Hmm.
What do you see it as?
Tasty.
That was a given.
Lami friend kind of looks around a bit and says, "But
Hmm?
Hmm. Why, though, is such a tasty left all alone?"
I will stop. Well, there's been
Lami friend looks down as her mode of transportation has halted.
Well, there have been some shock experiences so far where items of import or even places of seemingly great import are completely empty, but even then there was always... And Rai's gonna start looking around to see if this is a trap of some sort.
Alright, roll me that slurp awareness.
Slurp. Slurping that awareness juice. Let's see here. Attention, right?
Yep.
Oh boy. Um, yeah, okay. 2. I don't know if Sonic Sight helps at all. if that even is still up.
Sonic Sight's what's allowing you to search
Oh,
at the moment.
nice.
Yes. Did I close? Oh, I did close Roll20. Foolish me.
You are gone. Does that
That's
mean
what
I
I
win?
do. There is no victory, found for GM.
Damn.
So with 2 successes, you are able to notice that it's kind of weird, simply because of how whatever these things are, how they're operating. But you know what? It'd be a lot easier if I just did this, because then you could actually fucking see them.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Well, you're excused.
Thank you. So, so you're able to see the path that you're taking. You can also see there's other paths here and there, but you can also see that there's other ovalish shaped things just floating about all over, and you pretty much miss them because they're almost perfectly reflective. They're just reflecting the light all around them, making it look like whatever is around them is there. And with the fact that the walls of this place is all gaseous material, and every so often it kind of feels claustrophobic, just how everything's shifting around you and how it's hard for your eyes to like take in the sights. You almost missed them, but there is many of these oval-shaped things just scattered around the pathways, including the pathway that you're taking towards the object in the middle.
Okay. That's what's up. I don't think we're alone. Do I feel anything off of these things?
The only thing that you're getting is that they kind of feel like they're dormant, but that's it.
Oh
Not
boy.
that they're asleep like whatever thing is in the center is, but that they're dormant.
Okay. Dormant. So, to get a little bit better of a description there. Dormant um dormant like there's nothing what's the best way to describe it actually? Dormant like a light switch, like it's off, essentially? Or dormant as in like there's almost kind of like the blob thing that there's nothing defining it. It's just is kind of, or is it just nothing really?
Dormant as in whatever it is probably has a small sense of self, but it's currently not active. Whereas with the big oval thing, that's protected by whatever that stuff is, you get the sense that it's quite literally asleep. These things, you have a sense that they're not asleep, just that, or not. They're not asleep and they're not waiting, but they're dormant, and that something might be able to trigger them into activity.
Well, it's either a good thing or a bad thing, honestly. I'm able to grab one.
Do you approach one and try to grab it?
I'll approach it and I will poke it.
Okay, so it's when you get around maybe 10-ish feet away where you can see it kind of like crack and split down the middle.
Oh.
And then you can see from that split, it kind of like begins to open. You can see there's something there, and there's a bunch of eyes just looking right at you. And the very first thing you feel there, Rye, is hunger.
Oh.
And if you like, you can make that empathy roll.
Ah, shit. Hunger isn't good. Hunger's never good. It's never a good hunger. It's never like a... I could go for a sandwich right now kind of hunger. No, it's always an all-consuming, at all cost sort of hunger.
Lamia friend informs you. Sandwiches are good.
Oh my god. Thank you, Lamia. You continue to be a beacon of support. Oh my god, what the fuck am I rolling again? Chance, my empathy? God, I can't even remember what I was trying to roll.
Yeah.
Son of a fucking bitch.
Leave Lamia friend alone.
I will. 6. Only you stand, Lamia friend.
Alright, so with 6 successes, you're able to get that hunger. You get agitation, you get anger, but there's also like an assurance, a pridefulness to it. A small amount of is envy almost, but that envy is like feeding this like just deep-seated hatred. But definitely hostile, and I will reveal to you it. And as that one comes into fruition, a couple others also appear, and I will kind of like draw my...
Try your thing. A question though.
Yep.
Each of these things are separate, or each of them are united?
What do you mean?
So like, are they each individual beings of hunger and hatred? Like each individual small things? Or are they all like connected to each other? Like, is this just one
Th-
big thing that displayed?
they're all individual.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of them. Well, it's more than I was thinking there would be at least. Oh, and that's the road, huh?
Yep. What? Rough outline
Rough.
of it.
Got it. It's like a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Damn right.
All right then.
Now me to quickly change over to our combat music.
Thank you.
If you could, however, roll me a your initiative, please.
Oh, sure thing. We do D10s in this house, right?
D20s.
D20s in this house. I gotta always ask at this point.
I know.
Plus, it should be 9. Yikes. Could have been better.
Okay, dokie. Because Lamia friend is big enough, they are able to actually go on their own turn.
Oh, interesting. You go. I think now's when you can get off my back.
Hmm. Are you sure?
Yep.
Positive?
I think these things are about to attack us, so yeah. Unless you want to handle all of them. That silence makes me think you're considering it, and I don't know where that's going to lead.
Maybe I could sit out, and root you on.
Yep, that's where I thought this was going. Alright, off you get.
They pout, but they do get off.
I can't fight with you on my back!
Lamia friend rolled fucking pretty good.
Good, I'm glad.
Spoops! Who did we lose? I don't know. Alright. So, I know, right? So Lamia friend goes first. What Lamia friend does is she slivers off of Yarai. And you see Lamia friend kind of rear up a bit. Then she bolts forward. And I'll kind of like adjust her size because she's a bit bigger than they are.
Oh boy.
And this thing, it's the awful that it keeps popping out of. It's kind of like just floating there, and it doesn't seem to be completely confined to the path like you and Lamia friend are. As it pulls itself all the way out, it's like starting to like kind of leap towards you off of nothing. And Lamia friend just swipes one of her claws through it. And you can hear whatever's being just let out a guttural just whine of a dozen voices all at once. And as Lamia's friend claws goes through it, you can see like a burst of multiple just little wisps of something just launch out from the wound that was just made as it kind of just stumbles onto the path and then rights itself up. The wound that Lamia friend inflicted not going away. It then lunges towards Lamia friend, and Lamia friend, is able to, like easily dodge it, but it wasn't going for Lamia friend.
Oh.
It was going for you, Rai.
Oh, thanks for the assist!
Lamia friend is just as surprised as you are, probably more so, actually. How could this have happened? As it completely whips its attack. It's now your turn, Rai.
Alright, time to be a scientist. I don't know if Lamia's attack means that it's weak to physical or if it's weak to shock / psionic creatures. So time to test some shit out. Let me see here. Honestly, that's probably fine. So I will bring out the Baneblade. Beyblade?
Okay.
Bring out the Beyblade. I will let it rip.
Alright.
Try and stab this thing. I don't know if it will count as an aim, but just so you know, I'm purposely making an attack for when it opens up and it shows all those eyes again. It's still like doing that rippling like thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when it's open up like that, that's when I'm gonna try and strike it.
Okay. It seems to do that whenever it's getting ready to lunge. So you can definitely, wait for that moment, go to strike. So roll.
Does this count as a cold shot?
I would say yes. Make that a -2.
Okay. Mm, 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 okay. 2.
All right, so 2 successes because it is a cold shot. 2 successes is unfortunately not enough to hit it,
Unfortunate. Okay.
as you just barely miss it, as it kind of just like backs away just at the last moment. A part of itself, kind of just vanishing as the rest of it's kind of sucked back almost before the rear end of it reappears again. Looks like it has a little bit of a nifty trick to avoid your attacks. Fortunate for it, Lamia friend's pretty quick, as
Thankfully.
swipes across it. However, oh my goodness. While that certainly did hurt it, wasn't enough to bring it down, and Lamia friend does notice that. 3 more on their way, as she says as such.
Shit.
More coming. They don't need to come on the path.
Alright.
Yes. As it goes to try to get you again there, Rai.
Please stop it.
Let's see if it's able to hit you this time. I'm upsetty spaghetti as it misses again.
Alright, I don't want to get hit by it.
It lunges. You're able to just roll on the side as it goes past you. It kind of recorrects itself, and then it goes forward again. And this time, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, it was afraid of my sword attack, so I'm going to assume it's weak to physical damage. Or at least it can be hurt by physical damage. So, I will shoot it with my gauntlet. So, that's gonna be... Ooh, I don't think I have anything else that'll help me with that. Nope. Nothing else to help me with that. So yeah, I'm using the X3A, of course.
Okay.
So that's gonna be... Oh god, I already fucked up my counting. I gotta go back. God damn it! Yeah, okay. 4 successes.
That's enough to hit. As you're able to finish it off, as your blade does cut deep into that portion of it.
My gun.
Say again?
My gun, you mean?
You
said blade.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, your gun. As you blast into it. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I mean, I would love to get the sword kill, but
as you start blasting, and just like with Lami's attacks, every strike from around punching into it seems to release dozens of those little wisps, and right where you're hitting seems to be a pretty nasty weak point on it, as portions of it just ripped away, and it seems like it tries to retreat away, but it's not able to fully pull away before it's just blasted away into nothing. Doesn't even drop loot.
Ugh.
However,
greedy bastard.
I did forget to have these friends go. So 1 second. Okay.
No,
Thankfully
they've
for
gone.
you,
They've
none of
gone.
them, none of them are able to
Mm,
get close to you.
oh, okay.
As is Lamia's friend turn, and she is going to try to attack the two that are closest to her.
Please do.
All right, she managed to hit both, and she managed to knock both. No, unfortunately, she wasn't able to knock them back. She was able to hurt them.
That's fine.
Lamia friend states the obvious. You're going after you.
Yeah, I feel the killer intent.
Lamia friend smiles at you as they now go.
Ugh.
As 1, 2, and free as it leaps over Lamia friend will come in.
Ugh.
All right. First one manages to land a solid bite onto you as you feel it just crunch through your armor. Kind of starts tearing, and that's enough to like its own attack is what might have saved you. As the one that leaped over Lamia friend to try to get you, it just misses you by a hair as it lands behind you. But another one kind of goes around Lamia friend and like bites you on one of your legs as it starts like tearing at you, much like a dog would. And as they're biting and tearing, it hurts. It hurts a
Bad.
lot, Rye. And I need you to roll me a cold.
Sure thing. Done.
Dawn does kick in, +2.
All right.
Unfortunately, Lami Friend's not able to help because Lami Friend's outside.
That makes sense. Do that. Do that. Do for that. And not that. 2.
Okay. So as they both let go after like, just ripping into you, you feel pain just arcing up your entirety of your arm and your leg. Each heartbeat just hurts more and more and more, and just like that arcing of pain. Definitely, like felt like a stab wound, but now it's like a burning sensation, and on top of it, you're feeling almost as if they're not just attacking you physically. You're feeling a little bit, well, exhausted, actually.
Oh.
But you're able to kind of shake that off. You're able to readjust yourself as your armor took no damage, but you, Rai, took 7 lethal in total.
So, okay.
All right, your turn.
Well, man, fuck. There's 3 of them.
There is.
Where's the object? Is it super far above where this battle map is, or is it at the end of this path?
Um, it's at the actual end of the path. Like the path keeps on going a bit.
Okay, so then we're not in this map, or not in this battle arena thing that we got
Yeah,
going on
but
right now.
you might be able to avoid them if that's your plan.
Oh, I ain't no punk ass bitch. Then again, they're not leaving loot, so maybe there's like they're not anything. No orbs on them or anything.
Nope. They're bastards.
What are these things? I don't want want to take more hits like that. Got one of them though, but that was one that been hit by Lamia like twice. Then again, how strong is Lamia's attacks anyway?
They seem pretty strong. Like, we're basically cleaving them in two every time she hits.
No, Jesus. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're good. We're good on this. I'm gonna try and brush past them and try and avoid them.
Okay. Make your run check. No,
Here.
sprint.
Sprint, yeah. Brawn or quickness or sprint again? Brawn, right?
Run or
either
quickness.
Ah, okay. This is, of course, a run. So we've got ourselves. Yeah, and then the specialty. 5.
You can move your movement speed plus 5.
Okay. Just double check the speedrun kit real quick. That should be already set up. Yeah, 14. Yeah, 30. Plus 5. Okay. It's gonna. There we go. Oh god. How? So let me just get here real quick. Jumping this gap. Possible? Not possible?
Not possible.
Not possible. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep moving then.
I'm sorry.
Nope, it's okay. I just had to ask. Here.
Alright. Lamia friend. She is going to spend her turn and trying to make murder of him. Alright, she gets Vatuva. She hit 4, and she's actually able to kill one of them, surprisingly.
That's good.
Okay, the spooks. They don't care about no path.
Yep, I know.
However, it's as far as they can get. Alright, your turn.
Just keep running, just keep running, just keep running. What do? We run. Unless I can run and shoot with my sprint.
Yep, you can run and shoot.
I'll do that. Let me just move to where I gotta go first. And then that's 3.
Unfortunately, on your last turn, Lamia friend would have been in the way.
Oh, of running?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
for shooting.
Oh, right. Good thing I moved then, huh? Alright, I will shoot from here then. At one of the boinguses. I don't know if they display damage at all.
Unfortunately, we do not display damage.
So I shoot one of them. Like, I shoot one of them. That's 3.
Okay, you're able to hit him. Are you hitting the one closest to you, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. With 3 damage, that's enough to actually finish him off. Because that was the other one that Lamia friend hit.
Yay!
As more wisps of shadowiness just escapes from him. And Lamia friend slivers on up. She's not super quick, but she's able to just barely get to him. She also has to stick towards a path, and you can feel, because you're still connected to Lamia friend, she doesn't like that. How dare these fuckers be able to not take the path, and she has to take the path?
She's every Bit of vice available. God damn it.
And allow me friend attacks.
Please do.
It's not enough to kill. Its turn as it keeps on going.
No. Stop going.
Alright, it is able to get another attack off.
Ugh.
And it leaps right at you. You're able to just combat roll on the way. Just like they taught you in Dark Souls.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Your turn.
Get good, scrub. I shoot it. Actually, no. I'll sprint first. And then I'll shoot it.
Are you still sprinting up the path?
Nah, dog. I don't want to go off map just yet.
1 second.
What do you mean 1 second? What is the 1 second? Are you adding more path?
Yes.
I'm not, you're not gonna need to add more path, I don't think, man. As you're also adding more enemies. Oh my god, I hate this place.
Alright. You can sprint.
I hate this place. You gotta put the new path on the bottom.
There you go.
Thank you. Can't even see. One. 5 there. I gotta move the turn order.
Alright.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm sorry. Here. And now I shoot. Five successes.
So you start blasting.
I hope,
You blast at him. And definitely hurt him, but it's not enough to kill him. Well, I'm your friend is trying to catch up.
So big now, he's just slow. You gotta sprint! But you're
They look-
into it!
They look over at you with a huff and says, "Am sprinting."
I was like 11 feet at most!
Like, her tail is still like, where she started.
God! You used to have my body! I know you know how to run fast! Come on!
Ooh, he got a good roll, but not enough.
Oh, fuck me.
Your turn, Rai.
Just keep running, just keep running. Oh, it's gonna fucking catch up to me here. There's no way I can get around that bend.
They always catch up on the bends.
It's always the bends! No! This fucking Mario Kart ass racetrack I'm running on right now! I swear to God!
It's almost like the bends are designed there for a reason.
Oh my god, I hate it.
It's getting even worse, Rai. At this point, it starts curling back in.
Are you joking?
I am not.
Can I just jump? Just jump on the next one, please.
You are you thinking about trying to jump off the ledge right now?
No, I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
Sad. I'm gonna shoot this. Woo!
And he's dead.
Fuck yeah!
Lami, friend, claps.
Actually, no, Ryan probably doesn't yell that.
Oh.
More internal.
Lami, friend, wiggles and claps.
Alright, come on. I'm sorry I yelled.
Lami, friend, tries to jump over, and you get to see a very comical sight there, Rai.
No, don't. Oh.
As there seems like a barrier that's not there is there. That Lami, friend, just
Oh.
and she looks incredibly surprised in that moment. And she just kind of like just readjusts herself
Just
She kind of looks at but nothing that's there, and she's just looking around right now, just confused and lost.
just watched a child walk into a window that doesn't know what windows are yet.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what to. Do I say nothing and let her keep her dignity, or do I try and just go? Just go around. Yeah. It's just like I can't call her out, but
I want to be carried again.
What?
They lean against you.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
All right, roll me a Brawn Athletics.
Oh,
Combat's over.
God, combat's over. Now you gotta carry me. Why is our horror music still going on?
Because I haven't gotten around to changing it.
That cannot be right, Ron. No, that's right.
All right.
Unsuccess.
One success.
You get heavier?
Did you get heavier? As you're unable to lift Lamia friend up.
I'm sorry, I can't.
They pout, but they will follow.
Later.
All right. You're able to carry on your way.
Alright, so we're not touching those booties anymore. They're not nice. And they're useless.
They are indeed useless. So.
I hate this.
Roll me a fuck. What is this roll? A quickness stealth.
Quickness, still.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because you're trying to avoid detection of those things.
Oh man, he asks so much of me.
Because there is more.
Oh man. Never mind. Fucking roll 20
All
gives
right.
no shits to the probability of.
Quick timeout for everyone.
I've been extremely lucky at all my rolls with this.
So, because I've been complaining to Jordan about this stuff, there is a less than 6% chance that you get 4 successes on 5 dice. Yet, we get this all the fucking time.
I've been extremely lucky on all of my rolls.
Roll 20 wants
Ever
you to
since-
lose.
Ever since I was alone.
I know if you ever roll 20s, make up for it. But I'm just saying, this is why probability shouldn't ever be taken at face value, because it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho. So, you're actually able to get past all of them undetected. Lamia friend also did really well in her stealth. Despite being like
A giant snake.
a giant freaking snake.
I guess they can be stealthy, but like, I don't know.
Inside your head, though, she is.
No, please.
So, Arai,
Please, no.
you know how sometimes you like hum like a spy theme song, and a spy theme song in your head.
Uh-huh.
Exact same thing.
The exact same song too?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
So like you're starting to hum in your head, but then you're also hearing her humming it in your head too.
You know what? I can work it. We'll hum it together. We got this.
All right. You got that +1 confidence bonus.
Oh, thank God. That one's for my taxes.
Yeah, that one's worth of taxes. So you're able to sneak past the other ovals. A couple of them were also kind of big.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of glad we got by those ones.
Yeah.
Pretty glad. And eventually you reach the capsule itself. Like, at least, a part of a capsule, because it's just surrounded by all of this entwining material. And as you got close to it, you notice that there's smaller ovals also held by this material almost. It's really weird. Here it is. And you're kind of
Oh,
coming at it from like this angle.
okay.
It's kind of like just completely surrounded by whatever the heck this material is. And you're getting a kind of a foreboding sensation as you get closer and closer to it. But
Oh, shit.
whenever you whenever you cast out your empathetic senses, especially as you're getting closer to it, there's nothing from it. It's having a nap, whatever is inside it, or maybe it's not even fully aware. But still, the center part just seems to cast all sorts of colors, and as you get closer and closer, Lamia, friend, seems to get more and more energetic.
You know what this is?
Yes and no? No? It's tasty. It smells good.
Right, which means it's something negative.
They kind of like do the little like snake tongue as they taste the air a bit, as they then think, yes, no. Maybe, but it's what you want, right?
Guess we'll find out.
Lamia, friend, grins. So you get closer and closer to it. And as you do so, you're starting to see, like, the very vague humanoid sort of reflection on it. At first, I imagine Rai got a little caught off guard by that. But,
Oh,
you
definitely.
know, then you realize it's just a very, very faint reflection of you. And it's not so much a reflection of you as much as a reflection of your vague shape. Like, it doesn't get all the details right. It's incredibly blurry. But like, if you lift your arm up, you can kind of see that like there's an approximation of an arm being lifted up on the other side and whatnot. And you're pretty sure it's just a reflection. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Do you keep on getting closer?
Yeah. Is the onyx sight still up?
You would have had to spend another 2 at this point.
I will spend. Yeah, I'll spend it.
Okay. I will kind of draw a shitty path. I will make it a different color than my thing. There you go. Ah! So there you go. Just, size scale for you. It's big.
Oh, that's huge. Okay. Fuck me. Okay. This group is getting a lot of mileage out of this 2-word thing. Alright, well, I guess I go. Is this the meme now, guys?
Tis.
As you do get closer and closer, you get that more foreboding sensation all the while.
Is my Dawn reacting to it at all?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
It looks a little like something I've seen before, but bigger, definitely, and a lot more foreboding.
What did you see it before for?
It was like a, it was like an oasis, almost. An oasis deep down, I think. Probably very low and
We are deep right now.
yeah. The other one though was greener, and there wasn't anything hostile unless you fell in. I think it was back into some sort of pool, but it was probably back into the shock, honestly. And also, the last one I saw was broken when I first saw it. But this is whole,
Broken?
shattered. Someone shattered it, or something shattered
Lami,
it.
Lami friend seems to consider. Shatter from outside or inside?
I think from outside. I think someone threw something at it. I think.
Lami friend nods. That seems acceptable. And once you get to about there, I need you to make me a cold roll. There, Rye.
Dare I ask?
Cold does not go off. Lami friend does go off. Get +1.
Okay. 3.
Look at that, Lami friend being a Chad.
Thank you, Chad Lamia.
The foreboding sensation is still there. Worse, even. A part of you is telling you that you shouldn't get in closer, and like is trying to actively just you feel like a presence, a pressure, more accurately, just building up against you, as if to try to dissuade you from getting in closer. Lamia friend seems to be unaffected by this. They don't even seem to notice that you're having this effect. But you're definitely feeling it. So you're able to push through.
Is it familiar at all?
Familiar how?
Have I? Because I've gotten warnings and stuff before, kinda, or the bad mojo moods from things, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes even moods of like for instance, with the crystal heart stuff or orbs, the marbles. Like a feeling of knowing that I'm doing the right thing or not doing the right thing. Anything like that?
You're not surprisingly no.
Okay, good. Just making sure. And I say, fuck you to your barriers. I am a strong white woman on the prowl.
Oh, all right. Well, you and Lamia friend can get to the very edge of it, if you'd like.
Sure, might as well live on the edge.
To a point where you can almost touch it. Looks like Lamia friend really wants to touch it, but she's waiting for you to touch it. Or do something to it.
This can't be.
But now that you're much closer to it, there is like the very faint reflection of yourself, and it looks like a mirrored reflection, just a little bit blurry. But there's also like a little bit of translucence to it, as if there's like something inside it, maybe. And could you roll me an awareness?
I will roll you an awareness. One.
All right. One success.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to make out, but some sort of crystal deep within the middle of it.
Oh. Oh. Huh. How? I mean, this thing is massive, right?
Yeah.
Can I tell how deep? Like, is it in the very center of its entire mass? Is it? How many fathoms under the sea is this? This crystal.
Wait 1 second. I'm doing very quick mental math. Um, a lot. Like it's probably near the center of this thing. Like you have to either break it in or like try go into it to try to get the crystal.
Fuck. Fuck. Stood Lamia then, and it's just like, well, looks like you want me to touch it.
Yes, yes. Don't you want to touch?
Not exactly.
They tilt their head. Why not?
Well, you still have a healthy human level of caution.
Caution smoshin'.
I believe smoshing is a word, actually. But
They
I
cross
will.
their arms. How dare you say it's not a word?
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Rye will. Rye will lay a hand on the mirror.
Kind of put your hand to it and you feel like a jolt of energy. It doesn't hurt, but it's definitely like, whew. That caught me off guard. But if you press a little bit, there's like a little bit of like give. I remember there's like kind of ripples that go across its surface, almost as if it's actually fluid. But there's like that hard out layer we got like this push through. And the texture, it's cold, but it's not freezing cold, but it is cold. It's almost like gelatin as you press your hand against it. And oddly enough, despite you wearing armor, you can feel all of that through your armor.
Is this a mirror or an egg?
Eggs are tasty, tasty.
Have you eaten an egg?
They look right at you. Dead in the eye, they say. No.
Alright, that one got me. That one got me. Alright. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yes, yes, confidence, confidence. They wiggle.
Do something stupid, maybe. Might want to try and share thoughts with the sleeping dormant thingy. Then again, I might not need to. Can I test out using my telekinesis on the crystal?
Crystal's way too far away for that. Additionally, you got this big, huge barrier blocking you.
Alright, fuck you, Chance. Fuck you. Fuck y'all. I'll get you back for this. I entered the egg.
One moment.
This kills me. It makes me insane. You'll have hell to pay, motherfucker. I tell you right now. I will not let you down. I will pay for every movie going forward.
Will you?
And the snacks. So we both know that's where the real money is.
All right. I need you to roll me a brawn athletics.
And is
And-
mommy friend coming with me?
Yep. Lamy Friend will help. Let me
Yeah.
see how much Lamy Friend helps you by. This is a bit different than her attack roll, so it's not as good actually. But it should still help. Do you consider Lamy a friend?
A friend?
A friend? Like, is she getting a 6 successes, or is she getting
I'll-
7?
I'm considering her, and I'm making an active effort to trust her more. I would
But is she
consider.
at that point yet with you, or no?
I mean, I trusted her to fight these things, so I'd say
Okay.
she's at that point. She's
Yep.
at the lower end of it, but I think she's at the point at least.
Okay, get plus 3 dice.
Three dice. Okay. Okay. We got this. I hope we got this.
Whew. All right.
Thank you. Roll 20 luck.
You're forced right into there, and instantly, you
Actually-
Yep.
Sorry. Is this similar to the No, never mind. That's something different.
Okay.
Continue.
So, two of you push in, and you're in there. And now it definitely feels like you're floating. Feels like there's a viscous weight all around you, and you can feel a pressure, like almost like a heartbeat. Now that you're in here, and despite the outside being cold, the inside is warm.
I'm an egg.
But there in the center is your prize.
Can I pull it towards me?
It's still too far away, Jordan.
Oh, I don't want to keep going, man. I don't wanna. I'm being drawn in like a goddamn anglerfish. Do I sense any other presences here? Do I feel anything?
You do not.
Does Psionic Sight give me anything?
Roll awareness. and spend that power.
Oh my god, I'm spending the power. I'm spending it. Oh. No, this is just straight awareness, yeah?
Yep.
3.
Okay. With 3 successes, you are able to see. What's the word? Shadowy figures. Not closing in on you, but just still and unmoving within this space. Some are some are closer to the edges, some are closer towards the crystal. But all around, it's weird because you can see things pretty clearly in here, and like, despite there's at times being like almost like a murky tinge to it, like an orangish murky tinge to things, and at other times there's like a different coloration of a murky tinge. But none of them are moving, and most of them look vaguely human. There's a couple that don't. Definitely don't. But in total, there's maybe 12. You being the 13th in here.
Okay, that's an unlucky number. Alright. I'm gonna keep trying to make my way towards the crystal then, and I want to try and avoid these shadow boys, of course.
Okay.
And making the least amount of movement as possible.
All right.
I want to send as little ripples throughout whatever the hell I'm in as possible.
Okay. Roll me a quickness athletics. Yeah, quickness athletics.
This isn't a run, of course.
It is not. It's more like a swim.
Yeah, only. 3.
Okay. You're very slowly kind of like forcing yourself forward. It's like you're not so much moving your arms around as if you're swimming. It's more so like you're willing yourself to move deeper. Kind of like when you were floating around in other layers of shock space. You're forcing yourself to move deeper in here. And with your previous, awareness, you can see that there's other little bubbles and pockets in here. But they're not so much bubbles and pockets as they are hiding, well, more of those oval-shaped things that are outside. And you're able to just avoid one of them as you
Oof.
push deeper and deeper. But you didn't awaken whatever was in there.
Okay.
They also don't seem to react to Lamia friend's presence still. Or maybe they're just also being equally as stealthy as you.
It's the song.
Yeah, must be the song. You reached about the halfway point. There's only 2 other shadowy figures that have gone further than you. What do? Do you keep on staying on this steady course?
Can I reach the goddamn thing? Or do I have to get closer?
Do you have to get a bit closer?
I will. If I'm gonna take stock of what I see again. Take a little
Okay.
breather. Make sure Lami friend's still with me. Make sure all my stuff is still on me.
Oh, your
Make sure
stuff is still there.
make sure nothing's following me.
Look behind you. You don't think anything's following you.
And
Your Lamia friend.
yeah, and if I can take this course and not touch those shadow boys, then
Oh yeah, easily. Like, it seems like the Shadowy Boys all came in from different directions, so none took the same path as you to get here.
do they all look different?
Yeah.
Could I tell if these are shock entities or if they're actual people that have come here?
You think they might have been actual people.
Oh God. Alright, I'm gonna keep going.
Alright, roll again.
Same roll?
Yep. You feeling lucky?
Not really. Is Lamia helping me?
Unfortunately, Lamia friend can't help you.
4. Luck's holding for now.
Luck is holding. You've now gotten further than any of these shadowy figures.
Let's pin that on my high score.
Yep. And you've gotten just to the point where you can just reach out and try to grab it with your telekinesis.
I'm afraid of that.
Do you want to try that?
I'm
Or do you want
afraid.
to keep on getting closer?
I'm afraid if I do that, it'll wake everything up, everything in here. I'll ask Lamia if they ever felt before we were connected, if they ever felt whenever I used my telekinesis, not against them, but just in general.
Lamia friend seems to think on that. And I'm going to roll for her. Okay, Lamia friend will say a few times.
Few
Not
times.
always.
I keep swimming then. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I keep swimming.
Okay. I need one more quickness athletics.
Oh man. 2?
For my fly hands.
Jed, please.
Some of the other oval shapes around you shift.
No.
From around you, it's kind of going a bit louder. And I'm not going to go into combat yet, because even though we've technically entered combat, you're at the point where if you get one good roll, you can get there first. So one more of this rolls, and 1 second. I need to quickly roll dice to see if Lamia friend and the not so much friends. Okay. I need you to also roll a initiative roll first, though.
Oh, chat!
Yes.
I'll murder you. $19.
All right. You and Lamia friend go first.
I'm swarming. And I'm going to willpower.
Okay. Lamia friend is going to try to help you because Lamia friend is no longer trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
So, okay, you can get +4 from Lamia friend. Sorry, +2 from Lamia friend.
Oh my god. There's the luck. It's gone.
You are just so close to it, Rye. Like, there is... If you just reached your hand out just a little bit further, you might be able to get it.
Chance.
Yeah?
If that's the case, can I use my telekinesis as I'm swimming?
Would you like to use your telekinesis as you're swimming?
Yeah.
Okay, roll your telekinesis as you're swimming, because you did technically pass your sprint check.
I don't think it matters for being stealthy anymore. I gotta spend this power.
Yep.
God. I gotta get more boys. Okay. Hey.
No. There's like a little bit of a vibration as you send out your telekinesis power. You grapple onto whatever that thing is. And then you kind of see that there's like another barrier around it. But your telekinesis just kind of plopped right through that other barrier, grabbed onto the thing in the middle, and you've tried to like yank it back, but you just yank yourself forward instead.
Well,
It seems to be rooted into place. And the barrier around it kind of like, well, kind of goes around the portion of your arm as it starts to seal in again. But you make that contact with it, Rye. Allow me, a friend Wiggles. All of the various creatures inside of this place are all barreling down towards you. Some of them are pretty big. Like, you thought those monstrous dog things were big? These are even bigger. And like those monstrous dog things, they have a little bit more of a shape to them, which doesn't make them any less deadly than the things that are more shapeless, as you've learned from this place.
Yep.
In some cases, it makes them more dangerous. But I need you to make one more awareness roll for me, as you've now latched onto this crystal.
Another awareness roll.
Yep,
Any bonuses?
yep, get a +1.
Any other bonuses?
No.
Fuck, man. Do I willpower this? I could use another willpower. Who cares? I don't
It's
want to.
alright. It's alright, gamers.
I don't want to miss anything. Five successes.
So, with your telekinesis grabbed, I guess, holding onto it, and now your hand holding onto it, you kind of like twist yourself a bit so you kind of like can get fully towards and fully see it, whatever it is. And, well, one, you realize it's certainly a crystal, but it's not what you saw before. It's not what you've been seeing this entire time. Two, it's still held in your hand. But three, that barrier that was around it, it's expanded, and it's not so much a barrier as it is a snare around you.
Oh.
As it is pulling you and even Lamia friend seems to get caught up by, which kind of surprises them by all accounts. So far, everything's been ignoring them utterly. But not in this moment. As you're able to see past the illusion there, Rai. That some sort of trap, but a very elaborate trap. What do you do now that you've been caught in this snare?
What exactly is it? It's in my hand.
It looks like before it looked like a multi-pointed star that had two axes running around it of, well, crystal. Now it looks very much like that, but within it is, well, sorry, not so much within it, but it still looks like a crystal, except it's not uniform like some of the other crystals you've seen. It's uneven. It's potch. It looks a lot more natural compared to other things you've seen. But also, despite its unevenness, a little bit more elegant, even. And it's also seemingly cold to the touch. And you're still not getting any bad vibes from it. Like, even though you're making direct contact, there is no vibes from it. There's just it. Wait, no. There is a sensation coming from it. It's very weak, but there's something there. And you're just unable to put your finger on it exactly what it is, but it's there.
How much
It's not
time? Oh, you go.
hostile, but it's at the same time the thing of protecting it, which is probably it, is ensnaring you and keeping you holding on to it, keeping you trapped against it.
How long do I have before the big things come and get me?
Probably a turn. So you have this one action, and then we're on top of you.
Fuck. Fuck.
Lamia friend kind of coils a bit of themselves around you as they don't want to get separated.
Venture, nothing gained. Any indication from Dawn at all?
Unfortunately not, as that is not how Dawn works.
I know, I'm getting a vibe at all.
Not from Dawn.
No. Alright, Chance?
Yeah, babe?
Fuck you.
Why?
I share thoughts with the entity.
You share thoughts with the entity?
Yep.
Okay. What thoughts are you sharing with the entity?
I want to understand it immediately. I'm trying to get in there.
Roll me a cold. And, yep, roll me a cold. Dawn's not triggering. At a -2, because Lamia's giving you a +1. So, -2. What good luck you have there.
Yeah, I hope it is.
Alright, so you share your thoughts with whatever it is and it is slow, but slow, utterly incomprehensible, and slowly slowly waking, slowly the wariness and drowsiness as something's interacting with it, as something is there. And you're able to shut out a lot of the incomprehensibleness, but you're still getting that headache. You're still getting that sense of like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, as you're just sensory overload again. Except you're not able to push through this sensory overload. All you can do is just bear it. Is there anything in particular that you're trying to do? Or just trying to understand it?
I think Rai's trying to wake it up.
Okay. Well, in that case, roll me a, what would be a good roll for that?
A clout fast talk, perhaps?
Be gone, you monster.
I'm just saying, I am trying to wake it up with my charm, with my psionic ability, with my presence of will, and that is a clout roll. I'm not trying to
I'll say a
convince
clout.
it to wake up.
I'll say a clout fast talk.
Thank you, babe. I will take this clout fast talk. I will not seduce it.
I hope not.
Dawn. I'm gonna ask every time, man.
Dawn does not proc. Let me see if Lamia can proc. Lamia does not proc.
Y'all are fucking useless. I'll take the 6. Thank you. Roll 20. I'll take the 6.
All right.
SOS. Save my soul.
You push in the this like all of the energy and whatnot to like rouse it from the drowsiness, and there's suddenly a flash of just all-encompassing white light there, Rai. And I need you to roll me. I need you to roll me a void there, Rai.
Okay.
A void. Yep, a void check. Let me see if Dawn procs. Dawn does proc +1 from Dawn.
Okay. Lamia.
Lamia's not able to proc for this. Void roll.
Okay. Void, eh?
Yep, void. I believe because you have pretty significantly high void.
Yeah, I got a bonus of 2.
You got bonus. Well, I should be more accurate. A lower void.
Yeah. Any negatives to this?
Because of what it is. Yep. There's going to be a -3.
Two.
All right, you're Gucci. As Rai, you end back. You're blinded, and as you blink it all away, you're back on the ship, and you are just hanging out on the floor for some reason, and You're not breathing? And then you're as you realize you were not breathing. And as you were, sputtering because you're coughing, going through all the motions of like your body suddenly going like, wait a second, I'm having a panic attack right now. Then it's like, wait a second, I'm not having a panic attack right now. You realize that something that you can't quite place just feels off. But you can't recall why it feels off. The last thing you remember, Rai, is just that white light, and then nothing. And now you're back here again.
Lamia?
Lamia friend is much, much smaller, and they kind of plop down from your shoulder onto the ground, and they just don't move. And they make a very quiet pleh sound.
Fuck. Did I fuck up? Fuck. I like checks over themselves, not just to make sure everything's there, but like I don't know if she has any like anything in her hand, anything in her pockets, anything anywhere. And like trying to take stock of what's wrong? Something feels wrong or off?
Yes, something feels off, but you can't
No matter how
place it on. Like you're looking over yourself, you're looking over your equipment. Can't face it. Like you even like pick up Lamia to inspect Lamia, and Lamia friend's just like, meh. She's not being very talkative right now, which is weird.
This can't be. What? Oh, that's the last thing that happened.
Big flashy light. My not head hurts. I kind of clutch at wherever the head is.
Feel better if you hop back in?
Yes. And then they kind of like a swing, go back into the wrist.
Okay. I just tries to take stock of everything, just paces and just like, what am I missing? Are we still in shock?
You're indeed still in shock.
What am I missing? Can you Psionic Sight?
Sure.
I'll roll it up.
Looking for anything in particular?
If I'm in an illusion right now.
All right.
Because it used an illusion to ensnare me, so I assume it would have a similar. It would have that ability. I would guess. Is that even just a byproduct of what it is?
As you press on your Psionic Sight, it's kind of hurts to activate, as if you got like a splitting headache, but you're still able to do it. And as you look around the room, you realize that some things are off here and there. You realize that a bunch of things are off here and there. And as you point out more and more of the things, they seem to like to try to correct themselves. But as they correct themselves with your Psionic Sight activated, it doesn't work. It just makes it look like a mirage. So you know when you're taking certain pictures, right, and how the picture can capture like the whole thing moving. So like if you're taking a picture of someone who's moving, it will look incredibly blurry because it catches them in that movement, right?
Yep.
It's kind of like that, except it's constantly happening to those wrong spots, which kind of is causing like almost a cascading failure, as the illusion does dissipate. It does break. And as it dissipates, as it breaks, there is just white all around you. But you can hear on the edge of your hearing just like telltale signs of whispers. Some are in common, some are in languages you don't know, some are in languages that you've heard, but you yourself haven't mastered. And it seems like none of your electronics are working in this moment. You're trying to look around and try to find the source of all of this, and you just can't. It's a sense of both wrongness and rightness at the same time. There's like a little bit of a flash of light, and that flash of light gets closer and closer and closer, and you kind of get this, and then you try to dodge out of the way, but then it just collides right with your eye. You get just a sudden vision of something that isn't your own, and it is kind of horrifying. It's like looking at thousands of shapeless things, all moving, all wriggling around, all preying on something. And then the image changes to another where these formless things are now somewhere else, but they're different. They're not like the ones that you just saw. These ones are different, but you can't really picture how they're different. You just know that they must be. These aren't the same ones that you just saw. Something tells you that. And they're hunting, but they're hunting, they're people, but they're not human. But there also are human at the same time. And you're struggling to make sense of it, because they're in a city, but it's not a city, but it's a town, but it's a village, but it's a castle, it's a ship, it's a planet, it's nothing. And then again and again, it's all of these images hitting you over and over and over again. And you feel yourself scream. But is it you screaming? I need you to roll me another cold Vera gamer. Dawn, unfortunately, is not able to help.
Yeah, whatever, Dawn. I don't need you anyway. Get out of here, Dawn. You're drunk. Go home. Old, huh?
Yep, another cold.
Not me, friend?
Nami friend's not able to help.
3.
Alright. So it's you're able to like recompose yourself as it all goes back to that whiteness again, and you feel like, you know, knees weak, palms sweaty, you know,
uh,
you're a bit scared from that scenario. You're not feeling too Gucci, but you're feeling a little bit of something else too. Almost as if like that same feeling that you got when those aliens unlocked something, as if something got unlocked again. And you're kind of like swiveling your head around trying to find out what's going to happen again, and then another light. This one's not just light, this one has color to it. It's a mirage of those colors of that section of clouds, and you're ready to dodge it this time, but before you can, it splits, and both just 1-2 punched you basically. And again, you're just hit by just a sea of information, horrifying information, as you see just, well, how to best describe it, as you see lights dancing, lights flickering out, stars exploding, planets being created, the universe dying and being reborn again and again and again. And you see, each time this happens, the well grows more and more full, and it just keeps on filling the well each time these cataclysmic events occur. But there is no well. The well isn't a well. The well's not a bucket. The well's an ocean, but it's not an ocean. It's a thing, but it's not a thing. And you feel your mind just like breaking at all of these ideas and thoughts as your mind's trying to comprehend what exactly is going on. And then it kind of clicks into place again as the things just spurt out your back again, leaving you as they dart off in the distance. You can't see them anymore. It's something kills and destroys, and then the cycle starts again, and that cycle was stopped. But if the cycle wasn't stopped, it wasn't even interrupted. A new cycle happened because there was a well, and then the well erupted into the ocean because the ocean rose up. But that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. What the fuck does that mean? But there was a light, and that light didn't give you any sense of good. That light didn't make you feel at ease, feel calm, even though it was the only light in the dark. But what does the light have to do with an ocean, and a well, and a bucket? What does it have to do with a cycle of rebirth and death? Those questions are like buzzing around in your mind there, Rai, and you actually have a moment. What do you do?
I think Rice screams. Just for anything, at anything, just pure guttural screaming of agonized confusion and well, some pain here and there, I'm sure. And just, you're not making any sense. It doesn't make sense. Just make me understand. Come here now.
Those three things that were once one kind of circle back. And all of them strike you at the same time, and you feel like something else just unlocked. And you feel a shiver go up your spine as you feel another image just hit you dead on. As 1 second, I need to think of how best to describe it as I look at my reference image here. Blech. And okay, so flashes, dozens of them, right? Just all multiple, all like just. It feels like you're getting your brain's getting jabbed again and again and again and again, and as each jab, there's a new flash of an image. It's always the same pattern of that wonderfully horrible fucking obelisk. The skulls, your memory with RAM, what you saw, and that's just repeating again and again and again and again. But then it's like you got uppercut in the conscious, and you're like, you daze in a moment. Your screams cut off as you have to take in air to like reorientate yourself, as it then cuts back to that horrible, terrifying light, and then get cut back again, where it's that legion of just horrific things, and then pouring out all over the place and doing who knows what, and then again it shows a ship, but not a ship like anything you've ever seen. It's different. It's not even made out of metal. You don't even know what it's made out of. It looks like it's more made out of rock than metal. It hardly even looks like a ship, but you know it's a ship. You don't know why you know it's a ship, but you know it's a ship. And you know that it's full of somethings, but you don't know what those somethings are. And the ship, it's going into the shock, and the shock is rejecting it as the ship just implodes against the shock slip that it should have entered into. And then again, you get all those multiple uppercuts of just brute force information that you can't make any heads or tails out of. But what you do grasp from it is obelisks are connected to that terrifying light. The terrifying light isn't connected to those monstrous things, but those monstrous things are connected to a cycle. But you don't know where that ship falls into it. That ship seemed like a random piece of information. And then the other bits of information with the ocean and the well, it's again trying to use those again, but there's a little bit more. It's something is helping you, guiding you, understanding what it means. Shock space was small, and then it grew bigger as a cycle happened. But then the cycle got interrupted by a new cycle. And ever since the new cycle happened, now you're seeing why the ocean, the bucket, and the well was so important. Was because while shock space kept on getting bigger, that well stayed there. And there's multiple smaller bits and pieces of untainted shock space, but from that well's coming a taint, a corruption almost. And that corruption's connected to that light. And that light is connected to the obelisks. And the obelisks are connected to people. But then there's more, and I need you to roll me another straight cold there, buddy, old pal.
I'll roll it.
Damn right you'll roll it.
Pretty cold.
Yep.
3.
Okay. As a burning sensation just goes through the entirety of your body. And it hurts so much. It takes all of your willpower to like stay awake. As like the pain's enough to like it should be enough to knock you out, but you stay awake. As got with that last like another big image, and you feel like this is the most important one, and it tried to show it to you again and again, but you just couldn't comprehend it right. Even now, it's hard to understand, but you think you have a better idea. And it's an image showing two things. One of those things you think is the Seeker, but it looks off. It's so much bigger. It looks terrifying. It looks like something that someone might write about for an Ender of Worlds. And it's hurting to look at. Your eyes are starting to get a little bit blurry, even though you're not using your eyes to see it. It's being burned there in your mind. There's another thing. You've never seen this thing before. It's massive, disjointed. It looks like a many-limbed, more than many-limbed, many sectioned and segmented. Maybe insect is the closest analogy, but insects don't have, well, they're not made up of whatever this thing's made up of. This has no uniformity to it. It's like the Asmizzle. It's almost like just looking at its very essence is enough to make you feel ill and sick. And everything around it seems to just stop or slow, except for the Seeker. The Seeker seems unable to be affected by it. But both of these things are circling around. At least you get a sense they're circling, because in this image they're not actually moving. It's just still. But you know they're circling. You don't know how you know, but you know. And they're circling around that light. That horrible, sickening light. And it's almost like they're fighting it, but they're not fighting at the same time. Like there's something at work. These fiends can't fight each other. That's what this message is telling you, but they're still doing it somehow. And then it clicks through proxies. They fight each other through proxies. And as that information clicks, kind of get the sense that whoever wins that fight, it won't be good for anyone but the winner. And that it's at a stalemate for some reason. And that all of this is happening in the shock, but not in the shock at the same time. And what do I do now? As you have a moment, as the image is like still burnt in your mind, but it's starting to like kind of fade.
It's fading, but like, will she remember it? Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure. I think she goes silent for a bit before she's just like, other option. This has another option. What? What's the other way?
You see that the crystal that started all of this kind of like tear lies in front of you there, Rai. You feel kind of weak, you're hurt. Lamia friend's not even wiggling. You don't even know if Lamia friend's here. But there's that crystal in arm's reach right now. What do you do?
She reaches out a hand to take it.
All right. You're able to take it. And everything goes black. As
Okay.
you pass out from something, TM. And you will awaken much later on. To a point where the next thing we actually get to skip, Dab.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's the end of that.
Oh no. Well, I mean, lucky you, I guess. But, hey, the fuck?
Hope everyone had fun listening on that bullshit.
Are we doing the,